I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's going on, everybody? What's up, what's up, what's up? You are watching and listening to the Sistas After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV Network. We have a very special guest in the building, or in the quarantine building. So I guess in his own building. We have Lawrence H. Robertson joining us. Woo!
What's up, guys?
Hey.
He plays Chris on the Sistas show, who is Lisa's boyfriend. And we're going to be talking about tonight's episode, the season finale, about his character, and just his overall thoughts. But before we jump into that, let's introduce us, the host here. I'm Howard III. Sitting with me in quarantine style. Well, not with me, but, you know, close. Lmarie. How you doing, girl?
What's up, everybody?
Then I got my crazy sister twins, Drew and Nakia, who just adopted a dog. Hello,
Yay.
ladies.
We have a baby. We did. Her name's Kenny, and she's asleep right now. So.
Oh, well, hey.
Yeah, she's so cute. And also, if you guys are in the live chat, we have the live chat, so give us a shout out. If you guys have any questions for Lawrence, let us know, and we will read them. And yeah.
Yes, and then also stay tuned because Nakia is going to be doing our 6 brown chicks that you all love so much, and that should always be a great time. So let's just jump into it here. Episode 25, we made it.
We're here. We made it.
We made
it. The long road, and it was a long road, but it definitely did not disappoint in tonight's episode. So overall thoughts, ladies, gentlemen, I mean, how are we feeling about tonight's episode?
Crazy episode, a lot going on, but I'm glad that I enjoyed every moment of the show tonight, because, you know, we'll have our filler episodes and things like that, and we've talked about it. You know, we've talked about the things, you know, some of the episodes, but this one was like, yep, on point the whole way through for me.
Definitely.
I was like, wait, that's it? That's the end? Like, I was really stressed out by the end of it. There were so many things left unanswered, so I'm ready for season 2 to come around.
Yes, this was a good episode. Because knowing that it was the season finale, everything that I kept watching, I was like, wait, whoa, what's happening? And like Drew said, I'm like, wait, now I'm stressed out. I need to know, did my homegirl make it back to Atlanta? This is a really good episode. Really, really good episode.
Lawrence, any thoughts on your were you able to read this part of the episode? Like, did you know this was coming?
No, I didn't read it on purpose. I thought this episode was amazing. I thought it was like super. I mean, my favorite moment was Danni. It's so funny because I always want to say the real names, which is not good.
Right.
But it was so funny seeing Danni and Sabrina turn up at that bar like that. I mean, I just, because I know Novi personally. It's like that's Novi. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to see her like really kind of like tap into that aggressive side, and like her fans that know her, she's like that on live. Like she kind of, you know, she from New York. So I felt like I got to see Sabrina, you know, type into Novi a little bit. So I thought that was amazing. I thought it was hilarious. And this episode, it was just a lot going on, like y'all said.
For sure, definitely. I mean, let's dive into it here. So we pick up with Karen and her whole situation of the crazy ex-wife's brother coming to the apartment, pretty much, you know, just intruding, busting his way through. Luckily, Zach was there to save her just in time, but we see that Zach got stabbed in the process. But Karen wasn't playing. She let you know she is carrying, and pretty much just shot the man up. Pow, 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 you know, set it off.
Right.
Get the gat. I mean, come on. Rat-ta-ta-ta.
But like, she kind of waited. Like, she waited till Zach got stabbed.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, damn, I'm like, sis, like, they're fighting, like, maybe pull it. Like, there's clearly a knife. You could have shot him then, but no. She waited a little bit.
Yeah.
I felt like she didn't want to kill him, you know, like Karen is not, I don't think Karen's that type of woman, you know, so I think she already dealt with somebody get shot in front of her.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
like
true.
that, you know what I'm saying? So now she got to shoot somebody herself. It's like, it's just too much.
Yeah. That was very intense.
Very intense.
Scene,
Oh.
the fight, the stab. But I was like, Karen would be the person to have a gun because of who her mother is and who she is. She would be the person to have a gun in her house and shoot somebody.
I love her mom though. She was like, "What the hell?" I love her mom.
She's like, "You ain't dead."
Like, I'll take care of this. You go ahead, go to the hospital. I'll take care of this. Zach is on police. I got that.
Okay. I thought the mom was gonna kill him. Kill him. When she said, like, "You ain't dead." Okay, well, let me fix that real quick. And just like take it for Karen.
Yeah,
I was like, because Mama's so cool. I was just like, all right, well, send her out, and then you finish the job, and oops, he slipped. So
yeah, I thought that too. I thought she was gonna take care of it. But like Nakia said, I knew with Karen, because of Lisa and all the things that she's taught her, that she was gonna be okay with that gun. Because sometimes in a scene with a woman, it just happens. It's like they're shaky, you know what I mean, with it. They're having second thoughts. They don't want to shoot. But to me, I think Karen was just waiting for the right moment to shoot and also make sure she didn't shoot Zach. Even though she might have slightly thought about it.
Oh wow. I didn't think about it like that. You got a point.
We got to dive into the episode. But so we see them pick up at the hospital, and pretty much Karen is like, "I love you, Zach, but I just can't be with you." Zach's thinking, I want to be with you. I saved your life pretty much. I got stabbed for you. Like, you are my girl. We're going to ride together. And Karen's like, whoa. Like, she really, to me, wanted to hold off for Aaron, because we see Aaron, show up to the hospital, and she's just like, "I'm sorry, Zach. Like, it's not gonna work between you and I." Did we think that Zach and Karen were gonna come back together in that moment, or were we all kind of like?
I'm glad they didn't. I kind of thought so, because I got predicted last week, or week before, that's what was gonna happen. Was Zach was gonna come in and save the day, and I didn't want her to have that hero effect, like, "Oh, he saved me. Let's try this again." So I'm glad that she didn't. But Zach made a good point, saying that, "Oh, you say you want to be safe, but ever since this man has come into your life, there's been craziness, Yeah. So even though I like to root for Aaron, Zach did have a point, but that just means Karen should be by herself, though.
Yeah, because I think with Zach also, it's like, thank you so much for saving me, but I'm not with you because of the cheating, the STDs, possibly getting somebody pregnant. Like, this ain't a simple like being broke. This ain't a simple like I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to Aaron. This is, you broke my heart so many damn times.
Right.
You kind of was coming on to my friend. Like, there's just so much behind it. But thank you for saving my life. I do care about you and I do love you. I'm not in love with you. And I don't think, and even if I was, I don't think it's great for us to be back together, because it's just a toxic relationship. I just still keep on her with Aaron.
I don't want her with anybody. She's like queen of Build-A-Bay. She finds broken men and tries to piece them together. And like, she needs to go on like an eat, pray, love type of situation. Just go focus on self, heal from the trauma of seeing someone get shot in your store. Now you got all this mess in your apartment. Like, just be by yourself, girl. It's okay. Leave me alone.
I guess I'm biased. Lawrence is with Chris, because I like Zach and Karen together. I think they're great together.
Yeah. The little hospital scene, I was like, okay, they cute or whatever, but still.
Yeah, like sometimes it ain't perfect.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's not supposed to be that stressful,
comfort there because they've been together for so long. But sometimes with comfort, you don't grow, and I don't think that they're growing with you. I think he grows from her, but I don't think she's growing with him anymore.
That was
he's about to start growing, but he's about to change because Chris is coming in his life. About to help him, change his finances and get him on a better page. So he, now, like, I don't know if y'all watch like other shows like Insecure, but like they were just talking about that on there. Like, we don't want Karen to go through what Issa going through right now.
Like, build the dude up.
Like, she was right.
I'm gonna say all well because Lawrence, your character, Chris was talking to Zach, and it took a moment for Zach to really take it in. He was still reluctant and things like that. So it's like he may not be that close to that change. You know what I mean? The first step, okay, he's gonna take a little bit of advice, but the fact that like you had to repeat yourself a few times to him, it's like he's not ready still.
Like Chris got it. But Zach was like, yeah, but I don't know.
And I'm figuring as the Zach situation is and the Issa and Lauren situation on Insecure, like not everybody's Keisha and Gucci Man, you know, like not everybody should have to go through the ringer with people for you to get it together and be the man you're supposed to be. Like ride or die to an extent.
Yeah.
What you think about this? You agree with this?
I mean, I do. So there's that.
So I was like, come on, man.
I said, I'm not trying to say nothing because Drew's speaking my truth. So I was like,
listen, I do want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We got 16 people in there. We got Tina. If I'm saying you guys' names wrong, I apologize. Yes, we got Marcus who says, all I have to say is it was trifling that they made Andi walk. Someone wanted me to give a shout out to someone named Tiffany. Thien Lee says, but who did Karen choose at the end? This Duck Duck Goose chase and game is lasting way too long.
Ooh, we kind of said that on our after show about Sabrina and Calvin, how we thought that was lasting too long. So that's crazy. Another person is saying that the whole Karen situation is lasting too long. Because I didn't think that, but now that somebody said it, I'm like, maybe this did take too long.
But I mean, it be like that sometimes.
Yeah, that was different. That was different.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Like that.
Always have a flashback, like, man.
I got Zach back in real life and on the show. I feel like it be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, y'all. Listen, then when Zach get A1, Karen gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I stuck.
But here's the thing, though. It's like,
Lawrence is triggered.
Why do I have to keep sticking around and you keep hurting me? You keep cheating on me. You keep giving me STDs, potentially a baby. Why do I have to keep sticking around for that? And then when I leave you, then you want to build yourself up to where you were supposed to be when you were with me. And then like put that in my face and then you give this other girl the A1 sauce. Like, why I got to deal with that?
Hey, not A1 sauce.
Why can't you get your stuff together already with me and figure it out and cut the cheating out? And then we work it together as a couple instead of me having to baby you. And then when then you want to step it up, kind of like Lawrence, not you, Lawrence, but the other Lawrence.
No. But see, maybe if Karen talked to, you know, Zach, how you're talking to, you know, talking about it could work. Karen is aggressive. Like Aaron said, Karen don't know how to talk to people sometimes.
I feel Karen.
Zach knew this though. Zach came into knowing that Karen was aggressive.
Yeah. Plus they're like in their mid-30s. Like at some point, come on, man up. Like,
oh, I'm mad at y'all making me agree with Team Zach for a second because I don't really like Zach like that. But
see, agree with Team Zach.
Oh my
I
gosh.
will say that in relationships there is compromise. So even though he came into a relationship knowing Karen a certain type of way, it doesn't mean that Karen should stay.
Yeah,
stay that way.
You love me when I was ripping your head off. You're gonna love me even more when I'm ripping it off even more. Like,
I agree with that.
We know how Howard act in relationships. We know how Howard act.
We do. But yeah, I think a relationship is compromise. Like, I think he did come and know who she was, but I do think at a certain point, like, I'm an aggressive female as well, and I know that certain times when I date guys, I have to pull back myself, and I know that there's has to be a certain compromise, you know? So, but I don't want that to be the thing like Karen's aggressive and that's why he was cheating. No, he was just being trash.
Exactly. Because I was going to say that, but you said it.
See, but you aggressive, but you got like this underlying nurturing thing that you do. So it's cool. It's cool. Okay. Karen be all, she don't even be smiling when she talking. Karen just be barking at everybody.
She's ready to shoot.
But she's fed up at this point, though. You know what I'm saying? Like in defense of Karen, we didn't really see the beginning of her and Zach's relationship, right? At this point, we're seeing fed up Karen. We're saying, I don't really care how I talk to you, Karen.
True. That's a good point. Well, let's see if Andi is officially fed up because she done been through the wire. Everybody done told Andi, like, listen, girl, watch your man. You got Leslie calling you in the bed, talk about, hello, who was this? Who, girl, you know it's Leslie.
Right.
Okay, we can play. Especially with Leslie. Leslie, you there? You there? You knew Leslie hung up. Okay, it gave you an alert. But okay. Okay, so what'd you say, Drew?
I said Leslie spoke 2 words on the phone, and I was like, "That's Shorty with the fade, clearly."
Leslie's at the club still.
She ain't never left. But I mean, this is a mess because here we see Gary sneaking off to the bathroom, talking about, let me take a shower. Let me, just get on the phone. Finally, Andi gets it and was like, okay, maybe they are coming for me. I thought it was going to be the ex-wife and lawyer, Morris, coming to the front door or something, or she's going to get kidnapped or everybody was in on it. But little did we know, Gary was just trying to isolate Andi, like everybody had tried to tell her. And he had money laundry. Like he was out there just being a whole thief and had a whole other wife.
A mess.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean,
maybe he was framed.
Lawrence, please log off. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Yes.
Maybe he was framed. The white
log off for me.
And my thing with Andi, though, you got a phone call about, they're coming for you. Then you hear him in the bathroom on a suspicious conversation, and you let this man blindfold you.
But before that, Leslie gives you these files on your man and his crazy ex-wife and her other boo. You already knew he was somewhat like verbally abusive and emotionally abusive. Like it was just so much. And then the fact that like you get blindfolded, I'm like, girl.
But also, when they were driving home from jail, she was like, "Do you want me to pick up some food for you?" And he was like, "No." And then, like 2 seconds later, he's like, "I want you to cook something for me, sir." That's not what I offered. And then
we're gonna take this shit for life.
Everyone's saying he's a bad guy, and you're not listening. And I think it's crazy because it's like, Andi, you risk your really good job, you're risking your friendships, you're about to lose everything, and you're about to go to jail all for this man who's been nothing but bad news. And even him moving the money to your account and your friends are looking out for you, it's like, girl, is it worth it?
I didn't know he moved all that. He moved $14 million to the account. I was thinking a few thou.
When I first saw Sabrina's phone, I was like, wait, I missed a few zeros. Once we got to the end of the episode, I was like, million.
Yes, because when I saw it on Sabrina's phone, I thought it was like 14,000. I'm like, okay.
Same.
But at the end, 14
People
million.
in the chat are saying literally everyone was warning Andi. Like everyone was warning Andi about Gary. Now you're home and you gotta walk.
I think with her, it's like when you don't see it, when he's presenting something else and you don't see what everyone else is telling you, it's hard to just make that assumption like, oh, he's that way. It was like, well, maybe he was that way with you, but he's not that way with me. So I think it was just hard for her to be like, she hadn't seen it yet until that house. And then she was like, oh.
It's too much. Someone in the chat also said his name probably isn't even Gary. I wouldn't be surprised if Andi dealt with him from another case years ago and got a new identity. Ooh.
Oh man.
Okay. I'm here for that one. Okay, we got one of the writers in the chat. I know, like Tyler Perry. Okay, I know that's a writer.
But say if he's just being framed, I don't know, y'all.
No.
Lawrence, log out. Log out.
This show makes me paranoid about men in new ways because talking on the phone in the shower, that was a new one.
That was.
I was ready for that.
I'm so scarred. I'm over here like, is it though? Is it a new one?
Now you think it back like
I was like, Andi, move your hair so you could hear better. I've been through it, y'all, but let's go.
A mess. Lmarie's trigger too.
The house was nice though. I mean,
get out of here. The house in the boonies. Talk about some 2 hours away. At that point, I was like, Andi, just sing like a canary. Tell the feds, like, tell FBI what's going on. Because you got to get home. You can't even get your phone. They done took your apartment. Then they took your own personal money at that too. Like, listen, Gary got to go.
I was a little upset with her because I was like, you didn't go into lawyer mode. Like, I guess she was just panicked for everything that was going on. But I was like, why didn't you go into lawyer mode? Like, she just lost it.
But she been strong for so long. There probably was her breakdown. Like,
I'm saying she was lost.
I'm saying because she's always strong no matter what the circumstances is.
That's true. And then
I like seeing her vulnerable like that because she's always so, I've never saw her like that throughout the show.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
It was good. It was good to see the Andi just have a moment. It was heavy. She was dealing with a lot.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
I feel sorry for her.
Very too much.
But this is why my nana used to tell us when we were little that you should find a man who likes you more than you like them, because I bet you she won't be in jail if Gary liked her more than she liked him.
Might be dead.
Oh man,
That's true. Literally,
Not might be dead.
y'all gotta give Gary some benefit of doubt though. He might just come through next season. You know, if it's another season,
Let it go.
listen. If we get another season, he might redeem himself.
Yeah,
he's in jail for 20 years.
Chris gonna come fix Gary's life.
Y'all know he might get out. He might get out or something. We don't know.
Well, speaking
you gotta keep an open mind when it comes to sisters. You don't know what's gonna happen.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Just because, so we realized we didn't know what was gonna happen between Danni and Preston, because we thought that was over when we had, I believe his name Trinity. When we had Trinity on the show, he was like, Preston might come back, he might not. The next thing you know, we did see he did end up coming back and defending his woman, because when that thing popped off at the club, Danni was like fighting her way out, and here comes Preston, like, not my girl. You know what I mean? And he stepped up right to the plate, and then now it looks like they might live happily ever after. I'm happy. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I like them together.
Yeah. First of all,
they got great chemistry.
They do have good chemistry.
They do.
Yeah. I believe their relationship. Like, it's almost like I feel like I could see them walking down the street in real life.
Yeah.
You know, I really believe their relationship. They just get each other.
They're a great like match, and I'm just happy because I feel like at the beginning of the season, I was like, I just want to see Danni with a guy not dealing with like trash dudes or like stalking dudes at the grocery store, or Zach. I wanted her to have her own relationship, so I like where the story arc went for Danni. And I like Preston. Like, I feel bad for his date, but
she was the clown date.
Can you imagine going on a date with somebody and the other boo come up and they're like, sorry, bye.
They call you
that date was
they call you a man?
Your date's like, you are kind of tall.
Excuse you. Now we gotta fight.
I gotta have a fight.
Now the sudden I'm kind of tall. Oh, now after you took me out, you went dancing. Oh, okay.
I just felt bad because she kept standing there. I'm like, you're not gonna leave. You just gonna.
Right. That's embarrassing.
She was invested. Then she was just standing there with Sabrina. I'm like, oh man, they just That was hilarious.
She had to get her ride. She said, I'm not paying for no Uber after this. Sabrina, take me home. I know we just met, but you got to take me up the block.
But also, I want a bar like that, where I go to the bar and then there's like male strippers randomly humping your leg. Yeah, I'm like, where's that come from?
You like that?
No, but I said, Lawrence, first of all, I don't need your judgment. Second of all, like I don't like male strippers at all, but I think to be there with a group of friends drunk just would have been a fun time to just make fun of everything and everyone, because that's just so random. What bar then is naked men like?
It was in other words, you like that.
I don't like that.
She tried to like logically speak the way her way through it. Like, no, you like that. Right. She did a whole circle to say the same thing.
No. I don't like that.
I was just like, what straight bar has male strippers? Because that's fun and progressive.
I was a little confused too, because the bartenders were topless. The bartenders had no shirts on. They were topless. I said, okay, is this the same bar? And then I was like, okay, is this the guys' bar? Because everybody, I was a little confused. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But this was it was a good episode. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Got a little bit of everything. Kind of left on a cliffhanger with Sabrina and Calvin. Just to touch on them real quick. We don't really know what's going on. We know Calvin went back to the hospital for his dad, and which I was like, wow, this is still a long, like, we're still talking about the hospital thing. Like,
yeah, I was like,
there from
like he's just waking up from being drunk. Still.
Yeah.
I thought that was like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Right.
You like that though.
Hangovers do be like this.
Sometimes they take 2 minutes to bounce back.
Well, bounce back and bounce out.
Y'all party hard. They party hard.
We're just getting old.
Well, Nakia.
Them two.
But
Okay, I'm gonna need for y'all to not drag me today, okay?
Oh man. Well, speaking of dragging, let's get into our Wednesday wisdom, where Six Brown Chicks pretty much just drags these people from real life stories. So, Nakia, can you take it away?
Yeah, so this is brought to you by Six Brown Chicks on Twitter. I'm gonna read a few of the questions that these are real life people send in, and we have to give them advice, okay? So someone says, I was scared to face the apocalypse alone, so I invited my ex to chill with me and my roommate. Day 1, took him grocery shopping. I cooked. Day 2, a drunken threesome. Okay. Day 6, woke up to an empty house. He even stole my link card. He's back now. Did he return for my love or just to scam me?
Ma'am.
Ooh, scammer, honey. And you said link card. They from Chicago. West side, probably. No.
Oh man.
Yeah, you being scammed, girl. I'm sorry, honey. I don't understand. What?
And Nakia, I think you should tell her she's being scammed.
She's being scammed for sure.
Oh, bless her heart.
Bless her heart. She had a threesome, cooked him food, and even used her card to go food shopping. All right, I got another one for you.
Was it threesome with the roommate? I wonder.
It was with the roommate.
Oh, that's
He probably
lit.
left with the roommate.
Probably.
Kill us.
Yeah, he had a good situation going on.
Right? And they probably all got coronavirus now because it's supposed to be social distancing.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Okay, I got another one for you guys. My boyfriend was shipped to Iraq in December, shortly after our son was born. He called once a month, but I didn't receive any money. I found his mom on Facebook, and there he is, posing with a wife and sons in a recent picture. He's not a soldier, just a snake with a family. Advice?
So he's not in the army at all?
I don't know. That's what she said. She said that I guess he's with his wife and son. He was never in the army.
I just feel like it's a red flag if you have not met his mother before. What do you mean you found her on Facebook? Like, how do you find his mother on Facebook?
Well, maybe they were friends.
Maybe it was a tag. Maybe he tagged her.
A whole baby with somebody. You don't have their mama on Facebook?
You're right.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about the baby. You're right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sis.
I got the kids' mama on Facebook.
Okay. She's with my mom already, and we just live together. Okay, I got the last one.
Okay.
My boyfriend refuses to have sex with me because I work at Walmart. Because he says I'm dealing with the public and I might give him COVID-19. Okay, so I'm using toys. He threw them out because he said touching myself isn't ladylike. Advice?
He's got
Girl, keep touching yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with touching yourself.
Okay. That's what I heard.
I mean,
He's tripping.
You gotta throw something away.
Here's my thing: like, if we're in a relationship and you already don't want to have sex with me because you're scared because I work at Walmart, you can't then throw away my Bob, my battery-operated boyfriend, and then have an issue with it.
Also,
one or the other.
The CDC just said that it's not sexually transmitted COVID, so just don't kiss, and you should be fine.
Tell her to touch herself and put on a show for him, and then that's gonna make him want to touch her.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, okay.
So yes, that was Six Brown Chicks. If you guys want to read more, they have a whole bunch of, I think like this thread today is all about like COVID-19 stories. So make sure you guys follow them on Twitter, Six Brown Chicks. Hilarious.
Yes. Well, thank you, Nakia, for that. So let's get into our special interview section here, where we get to know a little bit more about you, Lawrence, and your character, Chris. I mean, how did this audition happen? How were you able to get into the doors of the famous Tyler Perry Studios?
Dang, I don't even want to talk about me no more. That was fun. I might want to, can I be a cast member?
Yes,
come on.
Welcome.
But yeah, my manager, Davida Smith, we got the audition from Kim Coleman, and I went in and I booked the role, got the job, and I got the job the next day and flew to Atlanta, and I was, getting ready to work on set at the awesome Tyler Perry Studios. Yeah. But I had dropped out of the circle. I was actually going to do a reality show called The Circle, and I was casted.
Oh, on Netflix.
Yeah, and I never, wanted to do reality TV, but I really believed in The Circle because I just had a gut feeling that it was going to be a good show, and it had already was in line with my social media platform. So I was like, you know what, let me do this because this is already what I do on Instagram anyway. And I had to drop out and take the job with Tyler, but I'm so happy and proud of the show because it did so well, and I knew it was, and it was good. I even watched The Circle, so shout out to the producers and Netflix, and yeah, I'm sad, but but at the same time, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all about Chris.
Okay, yeah. Right, what was the decision factor? Like, what made you say, like, okay, for sure, I want to go with Tyler Perry's thing instead of The Circle? Like, what was that decision factor?
So the dates was just kind of tricky. And then my manager was just team Tyler all day. I was, of course, who wouldn't want to work with, the legend, Tyler Perry. But I was already so invested in The Circle. And like I told Sheen Magazine, y'all the second people I told, like, I mean, I'm sure I could talk about it because it's my story, you know what I mean? But I was just invested. Like I went through the whole process of, being casted that I'm like, dang, I got to drop out. So yeah, I left it up to my manager, to be honest, because I was, even though I wanted to work with Tyler, I was already invested. So I was like, what do you think I should do? And Davida was basically like, man, I want you to do, basically we got to tell them that we can't do this. So it was tough. Especially because it was Netflix too, I don't know.
Yeah. But look, it's like a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise because now you're on a series and hopefully we get a season 2. I was going to ask you because I know because of COVID and Corona and everything going on, was there anything shot for season 2 or was it just like full pause after season 1? Or do you know anything? Can you give us the tea? Or do you have to stay silent?
Yeah, I can't say too much. We all just praying on the season 2. And season 1 ended, a while ago. So we just, we all just manifesting. We all want a season 2. Of course, this character, of course I know I want Chris to come back and go on the journey. And yeah, we all just looking forward to coming back. So we waiting like yo.
Okay. We waiting.
A little more with like your acting career. I read that you would love to do like a romance film. So I want to know like who would be your love interest? Like who would you pick to be your love interest in one of those movies?
For sure. So I've been watching Little Fires Everywhere, and I watched episode 6, I believe it was, and I was blown away by Tiffany Boone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm over here thinking like, can we get a Love and Basketball remake with me and Tiffany Boone? Like, what's up? Because she looked like Sanaa and I'm Omar Epps. So what's good? What's good? Because I know I got Omar Epps down pat, and I know she looked like if she could do Carrie, she could do Sanaa Lathan. So what's up?
Little Fires were so good.
Yeah, Little Fires was amazing. But yeah, I'm excited. I'll be right before the coronavirus. I finished my Christmas movie called The Business of Christmas. Okay. And it's with Jennifer Freeman, Claire from My Wife and Kids, and then we got Daphne Maxwell Reid, who's on Viv, from The French Prince, and then we have Roger Governor Smith, who's been in like everything. He's like a legend. And we have Kadeen Ellis, who's DeVal's wife, that's in the movie as well. She plays my love interest. So it's like both of my jobs back to back. I went from kicking it with DeVal to kissing Kadeen. So it's like, what's going on? Like, and I've known them since 2013.
Oh wow!
So I'm excited about this project, and of course, it's not coming to Christmas, but it's a dope movie, and it's a family. It's a Black family Christmas movie, and it's my character Noah is going on a journey, and I'm just excited for everybody to see it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love Christmas movies, so I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Getting to film on like the Tyler Perry Studios because Lanisha and I got to go down there when it opened, and that place is like huge. Like there's for people who haven't seen it, there's like a full replica of the White House. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
What was it like to be down there?
I mean, from before you even get to the studio, you know, Tyler just treated us so good. You know, you get picked up, car service from your house to the airport to first class, get off the first class, got a car waiting for you, name, you know. So before you even get to the studio, you already feel like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm popping.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was grateful just for that, you know. So when I got to the studio, it's like, oh, come on, now you got me walking up to Disney World. What is going on? This is just too much. And then you walk through the studio and it's all Black people and good vibes. It's like being at a cookout in the episode. Not the episode, the movie Family Reunion.
Yeah.
With all the Black, all the Black. That's how his studio felt, like Family Reunion. So it was dope. I mean, I just enjoyed the whole process, and it was dope just to be there and just to work with especially working with Sherry Belafonte. It's like, come on,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a good way, crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
A good way, crazy
legend,
for sure.
you know?
I get to say that I kissed Sherry Belafonte. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did she give you any tips or any like trades or any like advice on this whole acting business or how you should move?
Not too much. I mean, she was a little shocked about how I came looking for her. Like, as soon as I showed up at the studio, like Brandon, like after I got past the fact that, all right, I'm working with Tyler Perry, this is, amazing. I told the PAs, I said, when y'all see Miss Lisa, can y'all let her know I'm looking for her? So they was like, oh, what you looking for Miss Lisa for? So she knocked on my door and she was like, I heard you was looking for me. And I'm like, yeah, I need to see you because I know we got to go as soon as we go to work. As soon as I go to set, we working. So I need to see you. So I need to do my sexual fantasy. Like I needed to envision myself, with me and Miss Lisa.
You gonna have Harry Belafonte come and F you up.
This is Chris talking. This is not Lawrence.
Okay.
I can't kiss you unless I already got inner thoughts. Like if I didn't do that, y'all wouldn't have believed our relationship. So yeah, y'all believed. Y'all didn't. I ain't see one tweet that say this relationship looked fake.
You're right.
So,
like, okay, Miss Lisa.
So I had to do the work. You know what I'm saying? So I had to plot on Miss Lisa before we got the set. So she was open to that, and then she was like, "You done?" I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done checking you out. I ain't tell her I would check you out because I didn't want to creep her out. But that's what I was doing. So yeah, so it was cool. She was just real. She's a very sweet lady, and she was like, "I gotta take a picture and show my husband who my man is."
Yes.
It was a joke. Everybody at the studio was joking because nobody knew who was playing Chris yet. So when I was walking around, even Danny, she was like, "Who man is you?" And I'm like, "Miss Lisa." She said, "You Miss Lisa, man?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh wow!" Like it was just everybody from hair and makeup. Everybody was just laughing, like, "Yo, this is Miss Lisa, man." It was funny. It was cool. It was just good vibes, just good energy, just great Black people.
Yes.
Dang, pretty dope.
Yeah.
Well, so before we wrap up, we do this thing called predictions where we kind of like to foresee what might come in the future. So if we were to get a season 2, ladies, even Lawrence, if you want to give us your predictions on any of the characters, what would you like to see? We'll start it off, Drew or Nakia, my crazy twins.
I feel like Drew thinking about something hard.
I know.
I was going through everybody. I think we're gonna pick up season 2, and Andi is still gonna be walking. Hopefully shoes in hand, because girl, those look uncomfortable. I think Danny. I feel like Danny and Sabrina are really good at self-sabotaging in relationships. So I feel like it's not, even though they seem like they're in good places at the end of this season, I feel like this isn't like the happily ever after. I feel like somehow, some way, they're gonna fumble those bags. Karen, I think we're gonna see maybe some PTSD with everything that happens, because she's been pretty strong, but there's been some really traumatic stuff that's happened with her. And I want more Miss Lisa, because she's
Yeah.
I want to be her. She's hilarious.
Queen. For season 2, I there's so much happening. Like, I feel like we're gonna get more of the like Karen, Aaron, Zach back and forth goose chase type of thing, because it kind of left you like you really don't know what's gonna happen. So I feel like we're gonna see more of that. I too want to see Miss Lisa and her sugar baby Chris off somewhere since she's a sugar mama. And since she like randomly did something and she dipped out, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Danni and Preston, I keep saying, like, I feel like there's a weird thing with Zach where I know Zach loves Karen, but I think weirdly because he still has a crush on Danni. So I feel like Karen may like deny Zach, and Zach might try to sabotage Danny's relationship with Preston because he's not getting the attention. So I can see that being season 2. You know, I like to see that. And Gary, like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of Gary and Andy. Like, sit down to
tired.
Like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
I'm
it.
exhausted.
But I know we're gonna see it, and it's gonna get juicier. We might even see his first wife in season 2.
Wow.
Okay.
Think about that.
Lmarie?
See, more drama with Andi. Unfortunately, I think she's gonna have a lot of financial issues now from the fallout with the whole situation with Gary, the money that was put into her account. So we're gonna see Andi actually go through it a little bit more, like in the beginning of season 2. That's what I think. With Danni and Preston, I actually think it's gonna start off pretty good in like the beginning of the second season. We get the second season. I think she's gonna do better. I think it maybe have clicked with her. So I think she'll do a little bit better. Sabrina and Calvin, I'm with you, Drew. I think she's gonna sabotage that like right away. And I'm over them. Karen and Zach. So Karen and Zach, even though I'm also over them, I think what Zach said to Karen about the fact that ever since Aaron has come into her life, it's just been a shit show. Excuse me. But I think that's gonna make her think, and she actually might try it with Zach again. It's not what I want, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
Marie want all new beginnings.
I do.
It's like, let's just start this. Let's just forget season 1 and start all over. That's hilarious. I think this in the season 2, I think that I don't know. I think Zach gonna change it up a little bit. Like, I think he might just like try to come into his own and forget about Karen. Try to forget about Karen. We'll see. But it seems like he might forget about Karen. I definitely think that Andi is gonna be walking, like Drew said. I think she's gonna be walking. I think we're gonna get a famous like Tyler Perry moment with her just walking and crying. And I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I think Danni and Preston is gonna go on a journey. Like, they might be the most solid relationship out of all the the relationships that we've seen. And I think that'd be cool because they seem like they really got good chemistry, and I think they're gonna have fun with their relationship. And Sabrina, I don't know what Sabrina gonna do with Calvin. I just don't know. I think Sabrina need to just be single.
Yes.
Yeah. She just, I don't know. And I think Aaron, I don't know. Maybe because I'm like favoring Zach because of Chris, but I feel like Aaron and Aaron just seem kind of just like too like it's like he's just too like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the drama started from him at the end of the day. So then it's like, why should Karen be with him? Because she's dealing with all this drama that it's like toxic, it feels like almost. Yeah. I think he more toxic than Zach because she just witnessed 2 people die.
I mean,
he does have a lot.
I ain't gonna take it that far.
I
ain't gonna take it that far. And the brother didn't die, so
almost died. She had to shoot somebody. Somebody got shot in front of her. I mean, somebody killed himself in front of her.
She's not even sleeping with him. She's not even getting sex out of
they don't even have sex.
All that drama, and you're not even getting it.
That is true.
He does have a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
It's not even worth it.
He's fine, but not.
No, he's fine.
It's not that deep.
He's fine. I do have a few predictions in the chat. Someone says, Bunman, I don't want to mess up your last name, says, I hope Andi snitches on Gary because he put her through too much. And Marcus says, remember the cop girl that gave Zach her number when Karen turned him down? He might give her a call.
Oh. Maybe she'll come back around.
I think, like Lauren said, it might be one of those like insecure things where him and Karen move apart. He gonna do the glow up, everything Karen manifested into him and built him. build a man,
Yeah.
he gonna end up with the cop girl and be his best Lauren self, like from Insecure. Triggered. Trash.
That'd be
Trigger.
crazy. I like those moments though. Maybe because I'm a guy, I like that glow up, that stunt moment.
No. Should have did it earlier.
Do it.
Huh.
I didn't have to build you.
Marie over me. She over me.
Don't give everything I did to somebody else.
Howard, what about you? You ain't answer your question. You ain't.
I mean, I just
Howard just came to laugh.
I really did. That's all I did. I know my role. But so I definitely agree with everybody about Andi just walking along the road. It's gonna be like a Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Remember when she got kicked out the car and she was like, "Sir, I'll walk." And then here she is at Medea's house. Maybe we'll even see Medea, but
That'd be dope.
No.
or at least see Medea's house.
I would love it.
Like, that house looks
That would
familiar.
be dope. I would love to be in a scene
I
with
would like,
Medea.
okay, they smart.
Because he's already given us a Medea line remember when Maurice was at Sabrina's house and he was like, "What are you doing watching me these Medea movies?"
Yeah.
So we might see the house.
Yo, Medea pop up, that'd be legendary.
That would
Right?
be. I'm
You
here.
might as well. You might as well. And then definitely Sabrina and Calvin. That's gonna be it. Like we're done. I'm over it. They might try it a little bit, but it's done. It's a wrap. And then Karen is just gonna live her happily life. She's gonna be the first lady of the church. So she's gonna change her whole life around with the preacher. She might get tired of that lifestyle, of course, because she's gonna miss her girls and going out. But I could definitely see her being the first lady. So
Not the first lady with a gun. She might be like Monica. Like, you know how they say Monica is like very God, like she's very churchworthy, but she has like a gun in her bag. That's Monica.
Yeah.
Karen might be the new
That's
one.
her. They both in Atlanta, so that's her.
Monica. We love you, Monica.
We love you, Monica girl. I was just singing So Gone earlier.
Howard, get out of here.
Well, I mean, speaking of So Gone, that's the end of our show, and we are gone for this season.
Oh man.
But we we appreciate you, Lauren, stopping by and just hanging out with us. We appreciate everybody in the live chat tonight and hanging out with us. These views that you guys have been giving us have been crazy. We appreciate all the love on Twitter and Instagram. But before we go, where can everybody find everybody? I mean, Lmarie, where can we find you on all social media?
Yes, you guys can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lmarie TV.
Yes, Drew and Nakia, Wonder Twins. Where can we find y'all?
You guys can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom.
And you guys can find me on all the things at OK Drew J.
And Lawrence, where can we find you on social media?
Instagram, Lawrence H. Robinson, and then on Twitter, Lawrence H. Robbins, because I couldn't get Robinson all the way. So it's like Baskin Robbins.
Oh my God. I'm Howard III. You can find me on all Twitter or all social media at Howard III. And we appreciate y'all. If y'all listening to us on iTunes, give us those 5 stars. Leave those comments down below on our YouTube page and make sure you like the video. Until then, we will see you all later.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.